Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Mush back at it with another video. A lot of great things to talk about in the PC gaming world right now, as another major title will be coming to Steam here shortly. It's been available on PC, but thankfully, cooler heads have prevailed, and now they're bringing the game over to Steam, and it's one that I think a lot of people are going to be excited about. Speaking of which, a lot of excitement around CyberPunk 2077 as a whole, and I want to go over kind of an insane statistic around that game. We'll talk about that, and then, speaking of which, CDPR's got some deals on Steam, as does some other titles have some deals on Steam, so I want to highlight those at the end of this video, but we'll go through that fairly quickly. First of all, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 finally confirmed for PC. I should say finally confirmed for Steam. I believe it's been on the Epic Game Store, and it's been available on Battle.net, Bro, like, come on, man. Like, you're totally stifling a game like this if you're releasing it only on Battle.net. Play the fully remastered Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 games in one epic collection, rebuilt from the ground up in incredible HD. Skate as the legendary Tony Hawk and the original pro roster, plus new pros. Listen to songs from the era-defining soundtrack with new music, hit insane trick combos with the iconic handling of the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. Play all the original modes and go head-to-head with a local two-player mode. Show off your style and creativity with upgraded Create a Park and Create a Skater features, complete against other players from around the world in multiplayer modes and leaderboards. Now, I think this is going to be a game that a lot of people are really going to enjoy playing it on, like, the Steam Deck. This seems like a game tailor-made for something like the Deck, and I think it'll be really great on there, obviously. You could get, like, Epic Game Store and Battle.net titles working on the Steam Deck, but it's a little bit of work, and when you're buying something like the Deck, you probably kind of want as console-like of an experience as possible. I know some people are gonna hold me at gunpoint for that opinion, but it's like a handheld that people are buying just to play their Steam games, and, a lot of people are not gonna want to install, or go the extra step to do, to get, Battle.net, EGS games working, Uplay titles, everything like that. But nevertheless, this is a pretty nice addition. It'll be interesting to see what it's priced at. I imagine it'll be one of those where it has like a launch discount of like 40% off. Maybe it'll be $40, 40% off, $24. Like, that's around the range that I would expect it to be priced at. I doubt it's going to do absolutely killer numbers from a commercial standpoint. Like, these games, when they're released at a delay like this, they often never do, and sometimes they're priced kind of high. I look at something like Crash 4, that didn't blow everybody away, but who knows, like, maybe Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is bigger than Crash. Like, I don't think that's too crazy to think about, and I think just the allure of having a Tony Hawk title on Steam will go a little bit of an extra step, especially a game as good as this. So we'll see how it turns out. I believe it's releasing on October the 3rd, so not too far away, and hopefully Battle.net, the existing titles that are left are kind of those Blizzard games that we don't have on Steam. Obviously, we have Overwatch 2, but Overwatch 2 has been a bit of a train wreck, so, like, yeah, as much stock you want to put on that as you can, but yeah, we want titles like Diablo 3, I think, would be a great release on Steam. I get, like, why you wouldn't want to put Diablo 4, but why not Diablo 3? I think that would do pretty well. Moving on from that, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty officially dropped yesterday, and I was expecting the Cyberpunk 2077 player count to surge with the launch of the free 2.0 update, and it did. I think it was hovering around, like, 21,000 concurrent players, and then it jumped up to like 40 or 50,000. I was like, that's a little bit tame of a number. I wonder how high Phantom Liberty is going to go. I would totally miscalculated this one, because Phantom Liberty is what really jolted up the player base. I figured people would jump right back in with the 2.0 update, since that was a free update. You didn't have to buy it, and a lot of people just own Cyberpunk anyway, but once Phantom Liberty dropped, the player count jumped up to 250,000. That is a staggering number. Obviously, it's not as big as when Cyberpunk 2077 initially launched, but an expansion usually isn't going to get you to peak numbers at launch. So with Cyberpunk 2077, remember it launched back in December of 2020, and the anticipation for the game was absolutely insane. The all-time peak was, in fact, 3 years ago with 1.05 million players. So we're about a quarter of that, but that's not necessarily bad, given that, again, this is just the release of an expansion. A lot of people beat the game. It's not going to have the buzz that it had with the initial launch. That was, might I remind you, 9 years of hype and build-up. Maybe it was even 10 years of hype, but we'll just say it was a decade of hype and build-up. Phantom Liberty has not been announced for a decade. CDPR is not promoting Phantom Liberty like it's the release of Cyberpunk 2077. And obviously, but this is still a really, really great number for the game to be at, and the perception of the game totally shifting. Now, all-time reviews at 80% across 567 reviews, 87% with the recent 30-day reviews. It actually fell a little bit. It was sitting at 90% for a while. I believe Phantom Liberty itself is doing very well with 2,700 reviews, 88% positive, so not quite as good. I imagine some people are still having some tech issues, especially because the system requirements have been elevated with the release of Phantom Liberty, so that is something to consider as well. But nevertheless, you do have that to consider with Cyberpunk 2077. So there you go with that. Game's doing great. I'm happy to see it. I've always been of the mindset that the game was not as bad as people made it out to be at launch, but people were saying it was like the worst game of all time, and just hyperbolic statements. I get it in contrast to what the hype and the expectation was. It wasn't good, but I still thought there was some aspects of Cyberpunk that were really solid, especially that world and the environment. Am I saying it was a 9 out of 10 game? No, I would probably put it comfortably at a 6.5 out of 10 at launch, and yeah, but that's my 2 cents. I didn't think it was the 3 or 2. It was a 3 or 2 on PS4 and Xbox One, but on PC, it certainly had its bugs and glitches, but I never thought it was that bad. Lastly, I do want to note Cyberpunk 2077 is in fact on sale. It's available for $36 on Steam. If you do want the Phantom Liberty bundle, that is available for $60-$70. You'll end up saving like $4 and change as opposed to buying the game outright. So there you go with that. But yeah, check that out if you're interested. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, $15 on that. Obviously, Witcher 3 is a game that I rave about, and the Complete Edition for $15. The 2 bonus expansions and the base game. That's a great deal for $15, and I would strongly recommend it. Most of you guys probably already own it by now, but if you don't, a reason to pick that up. And then lastly, the Talos Principle is available for $2.99, which is an awesome deal. Want to mention this because we are coming up on the release of Talos Principle 2, which is dropping on November the 2nd. Kind of interesting. If you buy the Talos Principle 2 bundle with Talos Principle 1, it's actually a penny cheaper than buying Talos Principle 1 standalone. So they're kind of trying to get your foot in the door with Talos Principle. I would say go ahead and check it out. I'm not big into puzzle titles, but I thought this one had a great atmosphere, great aesthetic, and the setting and the philosophical aspects of the game I thought were really cool. So definitely would recommend that at $2.99. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 dropping on Steam here shortly in early October. Be on the lookout for that. Cyberpunk 2077 hitting pretty staggering numbers, and then on top of that, the game is on sale 40% off for $36, and a couple of other deals with Witcher 3 and Talos Principle. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.